Welcome back to the second part of our project, where we control home accessories using an Android app via Bluetooth. In the previous video, we set up our ESP32 module to communicate with our Android app. In this video, we'll walk through the Android app development part, which will allow us to send commands to the ESP32 to control various accessories. In this part, we'll be working with an Android project named Magic BT. I've developed this project using Android Studio. The source code for this project is available on my GitHub, and the link is in the description below. First, let's open our Android Studio and clone the Magic BT project. This project consists of several packages, but our main focus will be on the Bluetooth utility module, the main activity, and the data access object for handling our accessory data. Alright, first, the BT-util class is the heart of our Bluetooth operations. It handles connecting, sending, and receiving data from the ESP32 device. The constructor initializes the Bluetooth utility and finds the default selected device MAC address. Next, the findBTDevices function gets all paired devices and stores them in the paired devices array. The choosBTDevice dialog method lists the available Bluetooth devices. You can select your ESP32 device from this list. The connectBTDevice method establishes a connection with the selected Bluetooth device and initializes the input and output streams. The sendCommand method sends commands from the app to the ESP32 to control the accessories. The begin-listen-for-data method reads data from the input stream. When the Bluetooth device sends any data, it will be received here. Finally, the disconnectBTDevice method disconnects the connected device. That's all about the Bluetooth utility module. Next, main activity. The main activity is where the user interacts with the app. The layout file activity_main.xml contains a list to display the accessories and a menu for adding new accessories and searching for Bluetooth devices. The checkPermission function checks if Bluetooth permission is granted for the app. If not, the app will ask for permission to use Bluetooth. In the onCreate callback, we set the current activity for the Bluetooth utility and attempt to connect to the default Bluetooth device. Next, the setupItemListAdapter method sets up the RecyclerView adapter for our list of accessories, handling delete and toggle actions. The addAccessory method shows a dialog to add new accessories. Next, the accessory entity represents the structure of our accessory data, including an ID, name, GPIO PIN, and state. The accessory data access object is a key component in our app for managing accessory data. It provides an abstraction layer for accessing the database, making it easier to perform CRUD operations without directly dealing with SQL queries. We're using Room Database for storing accessory data. The accessory DAO interface defines the methods for adding, updating, deleting, and retrieving accessories from the database. Next, the accessory repository manages the data operations and provides a clean API for the rest of the app. Now let's run our app. Ensure your Bluetooth is enabled and your ESP32 device is powered on. First, open the Bluetooth settings on your phone and pair with the ESP32 BT device. Now we can run the app. When the app opens, select the Bluetooth icon to connect the device. Select the device from the dialog. Here, our device is ESP32SCORE-BT. The app will attempt to connect to the ESP32. You can see the connection status at the bottom. If you are facing any issues, close the Magic BT app and reopen it. Once connected, you can add accessories and control them using the commands sent via Bluetooth. Let's test the app by adding a few accessories and toggling their states. I have added a green LED and set the GPIO pin as 12, and added another accessory as red LED, and set the GPIO as 13, according to the ESP32 wiring. The ESP32 controller wiring was already explained in the previous video. Now let's tap on the accessories we added. You should see the corresponding GPIO pins on the ESP32 turning on and off as we toggle the accessories in the app. That's it for the second part of our project. We have successfully created an Android app that communicates with the ESP32 module to control home accessories via Bluetooth. If you have any questions or run into any issues, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll be happy to help. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tutorials. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more exciting projects. See you in the next video.